is which offense is going to be able to shake off the rust quicker than the other one. The long layoff to stay in game-type speed and game mode, awfully challenging, and Dawgs going to have the first shot at it.
Here's Seibert's kick, low and sailing deep, going to land in the back of the end zone and out of bounds for the touchback as Mecole Hardman watches it bounce over the back line of the end zone. That'll be the touchback, and the Dawgs will have the ball 1st and 10 to start this game at the 25-yard line here in the Northside Hospital booth inside the Rose Bowl. Chubb in the backfield will open up in the shotgun with Fromm. Snap to Fromm. He play fakes and throws. Pass is caught on the far sideline. Javon Wims gets away from the first man up across the 35, 40, and out of bounds. Tackled there at the 45-yard line by Emmanuel Beal, linebacker. We put two wings surrounding Fromm. Go empty set. Shotgun snap. Fromm looking left. He throws it in that direction. Sails it over the head of the intended target. Trying to go to the tight end, Charlie Werner. And the ball sailed over his head at the Oklahoma 48-yard line. The pass is incomplete, and the Dawgs will have to kick it away on their first series. A freshman is back deep to return it for Oklahoma. He stands on the 10-yard line. There's the snap to Nizelek. Oklahoma brings pressure. Cam booms one. That's going to sail on the fly into the end zone. My goodness, 51 yards into the end zone. Holy smokes. A rare touchback by Cam Nizelek.
Running back, Dawgs there, single safety man across the board.
No gain on the carry by Rodney Anderson. They run out of the pistol. Snap to Mayfield. Play fake. He rolls to the right. Looks downfield. Throws. And it's caught on the run at the 34 by the fullback, Dimitri Flowers. And Flowers will be tackled at the 37-yard line. A gain of 17 and a first down, and Oklahoma going with some tempo here. They go no huddle, quickly up to the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 36. Play fake to the right. They throw it over the middle to Flowers again. He catches it at midfield, and we have to ride him down all the way down at our 35-yard line. So two throws to Flowers, Z, and they're moving the ball.
Yeah, just run-pass option there. Oklahoma does it very well. Just up the seam, free release. You get the linebacker's attention with the play action and throw it over the top of him.
Here goes Mayfield again. This time throws and caught at the 30. Check a flag back at the line of scrimmage. That pass complete to the tight end, Mark Andrews. But let's check a flag back at the 40-yard line.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Defense. Number 52. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Rodney Anderson in the backfield, 6'2", redshirt sophomore, lined up behind Mayfield. They work on the far hash, moving left. 2nd down on the 13. Play fake. Mayfield pulls it out, throws it into the end zone. Touchdown.
Boy,
Marquise Brown caught it in the back right corner, Z.
Sorry, Scott. Great play fake there. Mayfield really held that football in the back of his belly for a long time. And again, just sucked up the defensive backs for Georgia to lead. The Oklahoma Sooners wide open in the back of the end zone.
Dawgs on the 25. Going to the I formation. Chubb is the tailback. Payne is the fullback. Everybody in tight between the hash marks, moving to the right. Toss sweep to Chubb to the left. Chubb looking for room. He's got a block to the corner. Across the 30, 35, 40. Breaks a tackle. 45. Still driving all the way to midfield to the 50. 25 yards for Nick Chubb on the far side of the field.
Huge block there by Isaiah Wynn on the toss sweep. Got outside and allowed Nick Chubb to get outside. Isaiah Wynn did a good job of hooking the Oklahoma defender, and then the power of Nick Chubb picking up yards again after contact. Those are run blitzes trying to shore up the interior of this Oklahoma defense.
Sony Michel in the game. He's going to get a carry. Running to the near side. Breaks through a tackle to the 40, to the 35. Cuts behind a block. 30, 29, 28. For Sony Michel, Stephen Parker, the strong safety, got him down on the Oklahoma sideline. Terry Godwin with a block on this near edge, and it's another Georgia first down. That's brought to you by Scana Energy. The Dawgs ball, 1st and 10 on the Oklahoma 29 is where they spotted. A 20-yard gain for Sony Michel. Yards. Werner was farther downfield than that, but it's 2nd down and 8 now. Play fake. Fromm sets up to throw. Looks down the middle. Nothing there. Pump fakes. Now throws. He threads the needle. It's caught at the 14 by Wims. Javon Wims caught it, and then he spun and tackled at the 13-yard line by Norwood, the cornerback.
Wims came back just on a curl route, was running a post route, then hit the top of his stem, right back down that stem, and Jake Fromm had to fit that into a pretty tight spot. I'm not even sure if Javon saw the ball. It just kind of stuck in his belly.
A missile came flying in for another Scana Energy first down. The ball on the 13, a 14-yard gain. 1st and 10 on the Sooner, 13 for the Dogs. We trail 7-0. Man in motion, play fake Michel. Throw it into the corner to Sony. He catches it backwards and gets inside the pylon. Left corner, touchdown, Sony Michel.
Boy, great play call there by Coach Cheney. Javon Wims on a slant pass and occupied the Oklahoma defense, and then Sony Michel just sneaks out of the backfield on a flat route. Jake Fromm does a good job seeing him, almost stops him and makes him turn around so he doesn't run out of bounds, and then just waltzed into the end zone.
Well, the Dogs match Oklahoma's 13-yard touchdown pass with one of their own. Fromm to Sony, a 13-yard score. That touchdown brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Here's Rodrigo Blankenship for the point after try. Nizelek to hold. The kick by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied. Georgia 7, Oklahoma 7. Rose Bowl first quarter with 8:27 to go in period number 1. Timeout on the field. Back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Packers in the game and 3 down linemen.
Out of the pistol this time. Mayfield claps his hands, asks for the ball. He gives it to Anderson. He starts to the right, cuts back inside because he had run right into Ledbetter, who was being blocked, but he gains a couple of more yards to the 37-yard line.
Football.
Sooners with 3 receivers out wide to the right, 1 to the left. Anderson in the backfield with Mayfield. Ball on the 37, 2nd down and 10 for Oklahoma from their own 37. Handoff. Anderson runs at left tackle. He's got space, 45-50, pulling away from Roquan Smith near sideline. We ride him down all the way inside the Georgia 20. We couldn't catch up to Anderson. He broke through a couple of tackles and pushed it all the way down to the Dogs 18. Roquan finally caught up with him there.
You've just got Roquan Smith in the interior. They're getting backs on us.
Here's Anderson. Big hole, runs it straight up the gut and into the end zone. Touchdown. No contact until he got to right around the 1 or the goal line. That's the first Georgia defender that hit Anderson. And another quick strike for the Oklahoma offense. They take it 75 yards for the score.
Yeah, in the air on the first series, that time on the ground. Oklahoma spreading us out and then able to get their big offensive linemen up to the 2nd level and on to Roquan Smith right now. A lot of running room. We're not touching them until they're 7 or 8 yards down the field.
That was a 9-yard run by Rodney Anderson for the touchdown to put Oklahoma in the lead again, 13-7. Here's Austin Seibert, the junior 5'9", for the point after try. The snap and the hold, and the kick is up and good. And it's Oklahoma 14, Georgia 7 now. Wynn and Thomas are the tackles. We've got 2 tight ends in the ball game, Nauta and Blazevich. Chubb's in the backfield. Fromm will work from under center. Receivers in tight as the Dogs work between the hash marks, moving right. Handoff Chubb. He cuts back, starts left, cuts back towards the middle of the field and runs it straight up the gut between the hash marks to the 35, maybe the 36 when they spot the football. 11 yards and a first down for the Dogs. That first down brought to you by Scana Energy.
You saw it rise up. Oklahoma very good sideline to sideline.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They bring the tight end tight on the right. Sony's in the backfield. Fromm wants to throw. He sidearms one, shorts it to the tight end. It's caught at the 49 and tackled and out of bounds at the 50 on the Oklahoma sideline. Charlie Werner reels it in. Emmanuel Beal, the linebacker, with the stop. It's a first down for Georgia, and the ball up to the Oklahoma 49-yard line. A pickup of 8 yards, and the sticks move, and the series moves on for the Dogs, who are down 7 right now. Who are getting late in the first quarter.
Another good read by Jake Fromm. Oklahoma deep in their secondary, good coverage. Jake had to come down to his check down. Warner again on a little out route. Did it perfectly, and that time on time.
Play fake to Michel. Fromm wants to go deep. He'll dump it off short to the tight end. Werner again, and Big Charlie hustles his way down to the 38-yard line. Hit low by Beal, the linebacker, who makes the tackle at the field. Play clock at 8. Fromm taking a look at it. Takes the snap. Looks left. Looking. Now rolling to the right. Under pressure. Throws it. Caught by Michel. He cuts. They dive low. You tackle him at the 31.5-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down. Michel got it, and then it was a 1-on-2 situation, and Sony didn't have much space to work with. Oklahoma will stop the senior from Plantation just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 2.5, 3 yards to go for the Dogs, and we'll send on the field goal unit. So as it turned out, Z, that false start penalty really hurt us.
Yeah, you try to stay away from those mental mistakes. First one that we've really seen in the football game today, and you're right, came back to bite us.
Here's Rodrigo Blankenship. from the 38-yard line. A 48-yard try, near hash kicking to the right. There's the snap and the hold. Kick is in the air, end over end, reaching towards the goal post, and it is no good. I believe from this angle, it looked like he missed it to the left. So Blankenship comes up empty on his first Rose Bowl field goal try, and our score remains Oklahoma 14 and Georgia 7. That was a promising drive that wilted after a 5-yard false start penalty. And they've scored each time they've had the ball thus far. And here they go again. 1st and 10 at the 31. Mayfield, quick throw to the right to Anderson out of the backfield. Will hit him behind the line of scrimmage and won't let him get back to the line. It's going to be a lost yardage play. They'll give him a spot up to the 29-yard line. Anderson caught it about 2 yards deeper in the backfield than that. Georgia hitting him with DeAndre Walker and Aaron Davis. They work on the far hash, moving left. 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. Mayfield looks to the near side. Now he's ready to go. Takes the snap with Anderson with him in the backfield. In the shotgun. Quick throw. Caught for a first down at the 44 on a slant by C.D. Lamb, the freshman from Richmond, Texas. Tackled from behind as Tyreek McGee drags him to the turf. But the ball up to the Oklahoma 48. As we view it here from the Keith Jackson press box. Sponsored by Northside Hospital here in the Rose Bowl. Mayfield will fake and throw to the tight end, Andrews, on a crossing route to the left. He catches it in Georgia territory at the 41-yard line. And that's going to be another Oklahoma first down. A gain of 11. Lorenzo Carter, the linebacker, on the tackle for the Georgia defense.
Andrews just on a quick out route, had a post route over the top of him. Baker Mayfield, a slight rollout to his right, then looking to throw back to that post. Didn't see it. Very quick through his progression. Got the football out of his hands to his tight end.
Second catch of the day by the Mackey Award winner, signifying the best tight end in college football. Andrews with 60 catches this season for the Sooners. Mayfield takes a high snap, hands it off to Anderson. He runs through Georgia tackles. 30, 25, 20, far sideline, 10, 5. We won't catch him. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Boy, just a little off-tackle play right there again. Anderson through the line of scrimmage, not a soul touching him until he gets about 8-9 yards downfield, and then it was a fingertip that got on him.
41 yards on the touchdown run by Anderson. He is racking up the yardage. 107 now here in the first half for the Oklahoma running back. Here's Austin Seibert for the point after try, as the Sooners try to go up a full 14 points on the Dogs here in the early seconds of the second quarter. There's the snap, the hold, the kick in the air. It's good. 21-7. The Sooners haven't missed yet. Dogs will get the ball when we come back. Timeout here in the Rose Bowl. It's Oklahoma 21, Georgia 7 on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Down 2 scores here early in the second quarter. We'll send 2 receivers out to the right. Sony Michel in the backfield. We bring Hardman in motion. Hand it off to Sony. He's got a gap at right tackle. Sony quickly, 35-40, 45-50, 45-40 in Oklahoma territory. Moves to the sideline. 10, 5, touchdown. Touchdown, Sony. Took it to the house.
Boy, is that ever a way to respond. Great job up front. No different than Oklahoma's been getting into our secondary without a touch. That time, Sony Michel into the secondary. One move on the Oklahoma free safety. That left him on the ground, and then nobody going to catch number 1.
75 yards, matches the longest run of his career. And that'll change the tempo and the pace of this ball game, as the Dogs have made it 21-13 now on a 75-yard sprint by Sony Michel. Here's Blankenship for the point after try. Snap, hold, kick. Good. 21-14. A touchdown sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Wow, what a huge gaping hole, Z, on the right side of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just absolutely nobody there. We brought McCole Hardman into motion. A little fake to him as well, then handed off to Sony. And like a bullet, he was in the Oklahoma secondary, and not a soul there to even lay a hand on him. Dogs now, though, have to find a way to slow this Oklahoma offense down. on the ground as Oklahoma, whatever they're dialing up, finding daylight.
Sooners 1st and 10 from their own 25. Mayfield in the shotgun. Anderson behind him. Takes the snap. Looks to the left. Got plenty of time. Throws it right down the middle. There's Andrews, the big tight end, wide open. Makes a one-legged leaping catch around midfield. Will get him to the turf at the Georgia 46-yard line. Well, that was way too easy for Baker Mayfield. He had all kinds of time, and then Andrews was wide open between the hash marks. Trey Sermon is in the ball game, not Anderson. He's lined up behind Mayfield, who's flanked by 2 other men. Mayfield's going to fake it and keep it. He'll get the first down and run to the near side and scramble out of bounds. A designed quarterback run. He kept it on the fake and scrambles for 10 yards and a first down out of bounds at the Georgia 29.
Points for the Sooners.
Empty set. They bring a man in motion behind the quarterback. Look to lateral. We bring blitz pressure. They throw it to Lamb on the screen. He's got it at the 20 down to the 15-yard line.
Boy, dialed up the absolute right play against the blitz that the Dawgs brought there. A little throwback screen, underneath screen to Lamb, I believe it was. And had all kinds of running room there.
14 yards and a first down. That's the first time we've brought blitz pressure straight up the middle. And as you said, Z, they had the exact right call to go against our defense. The seats to cause Oklahoma's offense some confusion. 3rd down from the Georgia 12. Mayfield in trouble in the backfield. He'll go down back at the 22-yard line. Tyler Clark pushed the pocket back into his face, and the America's Georgia sophomore gets a sack in the Rose Bowl. Mayfield down at the 21 or the 22-yard line. It's going to be about a 10-yard loss, and Oklahoma will have to try a field goal.
The push that we talked about pregame that we had to have up the middle against this Oklahoma offensive front. That time we got it, and nowhere for Baker Mayfield to escape.
2nd sack of the year for Clark. Here's Seibert for a field goal try. 38 yards between the hash marks. Kicking it right. The kick is high in the air and good for Oklahoma. They get 3 out of it after a big defensive play. 2nd down and 3. Sooners go with tempo. They go quickly. Play fake Mayfield. They got all kinds of time to throw. Now he runs to the left. We chase him with Marshall and get a piece of him and trip him up. Wow. Mayfield made a mistake. He just hung on to the football for about 12 seconds, and Marshall wasn't able to get enough of his leg to knock him off balance for a sack back at the 40-yard line, a loss of 9.
All the credit in the world there to the Georgia secondary. Nowhere for Baker Mayfield to go with the football. And you're right, you don't see that kind of a mistake happen very often from a quarterback like Baker Mayfield, Heisman Trophy winner, holding on to the football, thought he could get outside, but the speed of the Georgia defense found a way to track him down.
3rd and 12 for the Sooners. First sack of the year by David Marshall, the sophomore from Thomaston, Georgia. Mayfield with 1 second on the play clock takes the snap, looks to the left, standing, hopping, now flings it, caught at midfield at the 49-yard line by Marquise Brown, now twisted back to the 45, but forward progress at the point where he caught the football will be right around the 49-yard line. And the gain, he got back most of the sack yardage that he lost, but it's going to be 4th down for the Sooners. 4th down and 3, and they'll send on the punt unit.
Great job there by the Dawgs. Dropped 8, just rushed with 3, kept that football in front of the chains, and then closed quickly.
Line of scrimmage, the Sooner 49, right on the big giant rows, middle of the field. J.R. Reed made that stop to force the punt by Oklahoma. Here's Seibert. Stands on his 35 to take the snap. Kicks it from left to right. A high, beautiful, long spiral trying to angle towards the corner. Oh, my goodness. Wow. A brilliant kick by the Oklahoma punter. It took a Sooner bounce at the 2. You talk about a coffin corner. That was textbook right there by the Sooners kicker, and they've kicked the Dawgs into a major hole. On the near hash, trying to drive out of the end zone. 5:37 to go in the second quarter. It's 24-14. Oklahoma leads by 10. Handoff Chubb. Power running straight ahead. Veers to the left. 10, 15, 20. Near sideline. 30, 40. They'll chase him down and out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A 45-yard burst by Nick Chubb almost up to midfield. Parnell Motley chased him down from behind in front of the Oklahoma bench. That's all it took for the Dawgs to get out of a major hole.
Boy, nothing fancy there. Just a trap, inside trap play. and Nick Chubb immediately into the Oklahoma secondary and was off to the races.
45-yard burst, 1st and 10, ball on our 47. Dawgs ready to go. Fake the sweep to Swift. Here comes pressure. From's going to be sacked back on the 40. We missed a block on the edge. Sony Michel missed the blitzing block from the right corner. Stephen Parker, the safety, that was Sony's man, and he missed the block, and Fromm paid the price, being sacked back at the 40, a loss of 7. 3rd down try so far in the ballgame. We bring Godwin in motion to the near side. Shotgun snap to Fromm, drops back on the 30, pressure from the edges, moves in the pocket, throws it over the middle. It's caught by Sony at the 45, spins to the 50. Nowhere near the 1st down, and it's going to be 4th down as the Dawgs had 3rd and extra long. We got the ball close to midfield, picked up about 9 yards, about 9.5 maybe on that short pass play, but Georgia able to get out of a hole anyway. We'll try to punt it and play a little field position here with 3:48 to go in the 2nd quarter. Kenneth Murray made the tackle for the Oklahoma Sooners defense.
Smart decision there by Jake Fromm not to try to force that one down the field. It was good coverage deep. Oklahoma just trying to keep the football in front of them.
Nizelek to kick it. We'll try to pooch it. Backspin on the punt, going to come down. Fair catch at the 10, and Lamb makes the grab there, and that's where the Sooners will have the ball with 3:28 to go in the half, leading it 24-14. A 41-yard Cam Nizelek punt. No return on the fair catch by the Sooners, and they have their worst starting field position of the game. Up over the ball at the 10-yard line, moving to the right as we near the end of the 1st half. 1st and 10 on the Sooner 10-yard line. Mayfield waves a man off to the left. That's Anderson, and he'll hand it to the 2nd man through. That's Sermon. He's got a lot of running space to the near sideline. Runs over a man at the 35 up to the 40. My goodness. Boy, we're having some tackling problems. Dominic Sanders made the stop way downfield after Sermon, a Marietta, Georgia product, ran through a Georgia defender on the Oklahoma sideline. From the 10 to the 41, a 31-yard gain and a quick 1st down for the Sooners. Oklahoma leads Georgia. One man in the backfield, that's Anderson. Here's the snap to Mayfield. Backpedaling, throws it wide open on the crossing route. Brown 50, Brown 40, cuts inside at the numbers 30. We're trying to catch him, diving at his feet, and finally get him down around the 14-yard line. We couldn't catch him. We had white shirts just diving at his heels, and Brown was just running with reckless abandon all the way down to the 13-yard line. We finally caught him there. The Dawgs have an answer at halftime, and for the final 2 quarters, Mayfield going to take it. Quarterback sneak just drives up the gut because they hadn't made the 1st down. It was 3rd and inches, but it looks like with the surge from his center and left guard, he got the 1st down. Pistol for Oklahoma. Mayfield takes the snap, rides the handoff. He'll give it to his fullback, Flowers. We come in strong with pressure up the gut, and Tyler Clark goes low and knocks down Dimitri Flowers right as he was getting the handoff from Mayfield. Sooners up by 10, trying to add to it. Dawgs defense trying not to allow it. They toss it to the left, and they'll run a reverse this way. 5. Now he throws it into the end zone. There's Baker Mayfield all alone in the back corner. Touchdown. Wow. C.D. Lamb on the reverse pass, and the quarterback was all alone in the corner.
Well, they tossed the sweep and then had the reverse. And Baker Mayfield came out like he was going to block. We had 2 Georgia Bulldogs there in position. We had to commit to the run, and then when we did, Baker Mayfield standing all alone in the end zone.
That's Lamb's 1st touchdown or 1st pass of the year. They've had Trey Sermon throwing passes. They've had a receiver, Jeffrey Mead, throwing passes this season. That's the first time Lamb has tossed one, and he uncorks a touchdown throw to put Oklahoma up 31-14 with the point after try that is good. So the Sooners offense is for real, ladies and gentlemen. 31-14, 6 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter here in the Rose Bowl.
And Baker Mayfield all the way down to the other end zone, helmet off, trying to get these Oklahoma fans up and riled up if they needed any help at all.
The deep receivers for the Dawgs are Mecole Hardman. He's on the 6, and Holyfield, he's also on the 6. They're on opposite hash marks. 6 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. They'll squib it. Tay Crowder fielded it in Oklahoma territory, rather, right at the 47. And the ball just bounced right in his chest, and he hung on and hit the turf there at the 47.
I'll tell you,
time off the clock. 6 seconds to go. We've got the ball in Oklahoma territory.
I'll tell you what, the fact that he was able to snag that one, maybe a chance for a play. You got a shot at the end zone for sure if you want it. I'm not sure if you've got enough time for one play and maybe a field goal opportunity here.
Well, the Dogs will try to get some points there. Well, now they run a second off the clock. Now they set it at 5 seconds. Where did that second go? It just now ticked off. Ball's on the 47-yard line of Oklahoma. Sooners will send 3 men back deep. Dogs offense on the field. 1st and 10 at the Sooner 47, down 31-14. 5 seconds to go in the half. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left for the Dogs. Fromm takes it, rolls to the right. They'll fling it and try to get out of bounds. It's caught falling down. They say keep the clock rolling. As Terry Godwin caught it, there's 1 second left. Did we use the timeout to stop it with 1 second? We did. We had 1 left, and Kirby got in the official's ear on the far sideline after the catch by Godwin at the 37-yard line. Jam-packed crowd. We've seen Oklahoma dominate the first half. They lead 31-14. Here's Blankenship's try from 55 yards. Long snap count. There's the snap, the hold by Nizelek. The kick is away. It's reaching. It is reaching, and it is good! Oh, boy, did we need that.
Boy, did we ever. Just an absolute gift of 3 points. Gets it back into a 2-score game. Little bit of life left in the Dogs. Pursuit there by the Georgia defense really came down the line. Never allowed a push from the Oklahoma offensive line to stuff that run.
Out of the pistol now. Anderson behind Mayfield. 5 men across the line of scrimmage for Georgia's defense. Play fake to no one for Mayfield. He's running for his life to the near side. We're chasing with Reggie Carter, and will chase Mayfield out of bounds at the 15-yard line. He lost a yard as he scrambled all the way to the near side. He ran some 35 or 40 yards just to get out of bounds, and Carter was in hot pursuit. And now it's 3rd down and 9 for the Sooners on their own 15.
Dogs showed cover 2, actually came down into single safety and brought Lorenzo Carter, who was over the slot, off the edge. So a little taste of pressure there. Now 3rd and long, see if the Dogs can get off the field.
In the shotgun, Mayfield, 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Now they stack them on the far hash to the right. Anderson's in the backfield. Mayfield will take the snap, quick throw to the second receiver, stacked up on the hash. It's caught and up the field, and dancing across the 20 is Marquise Brown, hit by Jonathan Ledbetter at the 22.5, maybe the 23. Going to be short of the first down by about a yard or so. Oklahoma will send the punt unit out. Let's check in with Chuck Dowd on the sidelines. Cook's Pest Control Report. Chuck?
Scott, we asked Kirby going in, we asked him, are there adjustments you can make to slow this offense down? He said, absolutely. Well, I think maybe we've come up with some answers.
At least in this first series so far, Mecole Hardman is the deep receiver on the punt by Seibert. He'll kick it away, fielded by Hardman on the far side at the 28, running to the near side. He's got a block behind him, 35-40. Near sideline, cuts back the other way, changes directions again, running across the rows, laterally at the 50-yard line. They'll go low and tackle him, Emmanuel Beal, as Mecole Hardman caught it at the 28 in front of the Georgia bench. Time in the game. Dogs offense trying to go to work here to tighten up a 31-17 score. Oklahoma in front by 2 touchdowns over the Dogs. Fromm under center will stretch handoff to Chubb. Chubb at right tackle, breaks one sack, breaks another one. Now he's in the open, 40, 30, near sideline. Chubb, touchdown!
Boy, how about that for answering the call? Defense 3 and out. Then Nick Chubb, just a simple off tackle, fought through what looked like 3 or 4 tackles, found his way into the secondary, and then turns on the Jets and nobody can catch him. That's a way to step up, Bulldogs.
You said in the break, run the football.
That's what I said.
That's what Chubb just did. Stripping through tacklers and ripping off 50 yards for a score. As Rodrigo Blankenship will try to make it a 1-touchdown game with the extra point try. What a way to start the second half. The kick by Blankenship is up and good. New score in Pasadena. Oklahoma 31, Georgia 24. That touchdown brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. One play, 50 yards, a 50-yard score by Nick Chubb. That's your Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered.
Bring pressure. If they're going to get you, they better get you against your best. And right now, when the Dogs are bringing pressure and putting hits on Baker Mayfield, you get enough of those, it begins to change how you think.
J.R. Reed made that stop for the Georgia defense. Now on 3rd and short. Mayfield in trouble. Scrambling in the back. Oh, he breaks away from a tackle. And now we'll clobber him at the 15-yard line and shove him back to the 13. White shirts everywhere.
Again, pressure and just dominated the offensive line. You're right. They were everywhere, all over Baker Mayfield. He's elusive. Tried to get away, but just got away into more white jerseys. And finally, a number of Dogs brought him down.
Roquan changed the direction of his scramble. He got caught in the pocket, and Aaron Davis and Lorenzo Carter got him on the turf with the sack. And Oklahoma again goes 3 and out, 4th down and long. Ball back on the 15-yard line. They lost 9 yards on that sack. Here's Seibert to punt it away from his 1-yard line. Hardman stands at the Dogs' 41 to receive the punt. Seibert's kick, high, wobbly spiral, hanging up. Oh, my goodness. Hardman will let it bounce at the 39. It rolls inside the 30 as it takes a Sooner roll down to the 28-yard line. Michel let it hit the turf and let it roll. It ends up being a 57-yard punt. No return. Dogs ball when we come back. 10-10 to go, 3rd quarter, and a timeout at the Rose Bowl with Oklahoma leading Georgia 31-24 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
1 out of 5 in the first half on 3rd down.
Both Chubb and Michel now over 100 yards rushing in this contest. DeAndre Swift checks in. How about 100 for him? In the shotgun is Fromm. A delayed handoff to Swift. He'll run on the draw. Swift trying to bounce out to the near side, and he will get close to the first down. Let's see if he got it at the 37, maybe the 38. He needed to get to the 38 to continue the series. He's going to be a little bit short, it looks like, by about a half a yard perhaps. They've called for a measurement. Jeff Heiser, our referee, this ACC crew. Looks like the ball. They don't have it spotted on the hash mark. So just trying to guess, it looks like it's between the 37 and the 38. My guess is it's going to be about a half a yard short, maybe.
Boy, and Sony had DeAndre had some room there to run and decided to cut it to the right instead of going north and south, and actually ran into Thomas.
He's short by about a length and a half of the football. And here comes the punt unit. Rats. The Dogs will send on the punt team to kick it away from our own 38-yard line, or just shy of it, actually. And it'll be C.D. Lamb going back deep for Oklahoma to receive the kick.
Boy, and a couple of mental mistakes right there from the Dogs. One on the punt. Michel Hardman not catching the football, giving up field position. And then DeAndre Swift, instead of getting north and south there, sees a little bit of daylight outside and tries to take and not just get the first down, but make a big play out of something that really wasn't there.
Dogs will punt it with Cam Nizelek. Fricks the snapper, ready to send it back to his punter, who stands on the 24. There's the kick. It's away. Sailing line drive. Going to sail over the head. Land on the 10. Roll down to the 1-yard line. Yeah, we stopped it. We downed it on the 1. They spotted up on the 2. That was Tyler Simmons, the sophomore from Powder Springs, Georgia, sprinting down and sliding, covering up that ball. Part of his body ended up in the end zone, but the ball never crossed the goal line, and that's what counts. It's on the 2. 60-yard punt, a Georgia career best for Cam Nizelek. Oklahoma in a hole. Timeout in the Rose Bowl. Sooners lead the Dogs 31-24. We'll continue with more in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Crowding up that line of scrimmage area. Ball's on the 5. It was a gain of 3.
Much better job here by the Dogs early in this second half of controlling the line of scrimmage.
Mayfield fakes the throw right, now runs it and finds a little bit of a seam at left tackle and pushes the ball up to the 13-yard line, stopped by Rochester. for the Sooners from their own 15.
Dogs have brought pressure the last couple of thirds down. See if we do it again.
Out of the pistol. They'll hand it off to Anderson. He's running behind blockers. He's got the first down and more. He's cutting free at the 30. Changes directions. 35. Slides down around the 40-yard line.
Boy, that is like a dagger through the heart. 3rd and 8. We bring pressure. They go a little inside trap and find all kinds of running room.
Yeah, they really blocked it well on the left side of the line of scrimmage, running out of the pistol to Rodney Anderson, who's having a big day for Oklahoma. 157 yards rushing. He got almost up to the 40. That was a 24.5-yard gain by Rodney Anderson, the redshirt sophomore from Katy, Texas. Ball's up near the 40 of the Sooners. 1st and 10 there for Oklahoma. They lead 31-24, 5:33, clock ticking, 3rd quarter here in the Rose Bowl. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left for the Sooners who work on the near hash. They're moving to our left. They send Anderson out in the right flat. Mayfield looks but won't throw there. He's in the pocket, and he will go down under the weight of Jonathan Ledbetter, number 13. He just kind of got a gift. Ledbetter was fighting a blocker on the left edge. Mayfield kind of looked and ran right into him, and big number 13 just jumped on his back and sacks him back on the 32.
Credit again to the Georgia secondary. Nowhere for Baker Mayfield to go with that football. Dogs get back into coverage. We only rush 4. And you're right, Baker Mayfield, so many good things happen when he gets outside the pocket and he creates, but that time created right into the Dogs.
4th sack by the Dogs, 2nd career sack, or 2nd seasonal sack for Ledbetter. Here comes pressure again. He's going to go down again. We eat him up back at the 21-yard line. He just tucked the ball and took his punishment back at the 21. Tyler Clark with another taste of Mayfield, and DeAndre Walker got in there for first contact.
Just a stun up front. DeAndre Walker looped around from his defensive end position, and not a Sooner was in sight, and immediately got to Baker Mayfield.
Loss of 8, back to the 24. Now the Sooners are going backwards. They didn't go anywhere but forwards in the first 2 quarters. Georgia's defense with some renewed vigor after halftime. It's 3rd and a mile for the Sooners. 3rd down, 26 to go from their own 24-yard line. Mayfield will just hand it off to Anderson, and will stop him. Tyler Clark grabs him around the ankles and pulls the talented running back down at the 24 for no gain. Eat that. 4th and a mile, and Oklahoma will have to punt it away.
Tyler Clark continues to dominate up front on his one-on-one battles. Another big play, and those sacks, and then that last stop on the running play gives the Dogs a chance here for field position again.
5 sacks by the Georgia defense today on Mayfield, and the Sooners will kick it away. It's a 1-possession game. 31-24. Georgia goes with twin safeties here as Seibert will kick it away. That's Mecole Hardman on the near side calling for a fair catch. He'll make the grab around the 29 or 30. Made the fair catch there. A nice high hanging punt by Austin Seibert for Oklahoma. It traveled 47 yards. The fair catch gives the Dogs the ball at their own 29-yard line. We'll send that offensive unit back out onto the field with 3:16 to go in quarter number 3 and a 31-24 contest. In the backfield, no, that is, you got 2 backs back there. You've got Nauta lining up his wings behind Fromm, who goes under center. Here comes pressure from behind. Fromm gets the pass off to Godwin. He catches it at the 36, puts his hand on the turf to keep his balance up to the 40-yard line. Kenneth Murray, the co-defensive freshman of the year in the Big 12, makes the tackle for Oklahoma, but the gain is 11 and a first down up to the Dogs 40. That first down presented by Scana Energy. To their left and ready to go. 2nd down, 11 from the 39. Here comes the blitz by Oklahoma. Fromm with time. He throws it down the middle, and it is caught on a crossing route at the Oklahoma 44-yard line. Javon Wims stumbling and falling out of bounds at the 41 in front of the Sooner bench.
Way to convert.
3rd and 7 here from the Sooner 38-yard line. Michel's in the backfield with Fromm. Play clock at 5, at 4. They're still getting straight. Fromm asks for the ball, gets it. Sony, big hole, right tackle, 30, 25, 20, 15. He's got blockers. 10, 5, pylon, touchdown, Sony Michel.
What a great offensive call. 3rd and medium, almost a for sure throwing down. We overload the left-hand side, run it off tackle to the right side of our offensive line, and just creased him. Not a Sooner in sight.
Chubb and Sony crushing Oklahoma's defense today. A 38-yard run for score. Sony Michel, we're a point away from tying it up. That touchdown brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Here's Rodrigo Blankenship to make it 31-all. The snap and the hold. The kick is in the air, and it is good. We are tied at 31 with 41 seconds to go in the third quarter. 38 yards on the touchdown burst by the senior Sony Michel. Oklahoma 1st and 10 to start this possession on its own 18-yard line. They're moving to our right now. 3rd and 10, excuse me. This is the middle of the possession. 3rd and 10 for the Sooners on the 18. Mayfield takes the snap, throws it down the middle of the field, and it's intercepted. Sanders at the 45. Sanders, 25, 20, near sideline, 15, 10, get in the end zone. No, out of bounds at the 5. Dominic Sanders, his 16th career pick, that ties the Georgia record. Baker Mayfield had to force him out of bounds at the Oklahoma 5-yard line. Dawgs goal to go with a chance to take their first lead of the ball game.
Again, it was pressure, quick pressure there by the Dawgs, forcing Baker to throw that before he wanted to in good coverage downfield, forcing another high throw to keep it away from the underneath defender. And there's Dominic Sanders ready to pick it off and almost take it to the house.
Stop. Ball's on the 4.5. 2nd and goal for the Dawgs. Swift is in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left. Fromm in the shotgun. Everybody goes out. Fromm looking left into the end zone. Caught, I think. Yeah, touchdown. Touchdown, Javon Wims. Middle of the end zone. Tackled there under the goalpost, but he's got 6 in his pocket.
What great hands by Javon Wims. The coverage was just fantastic. Jake Fromm able to fit it into a tight spot, and then we've seen it happen all year long. Wims gets those big hands wrapped around the football, and it's not going anywhere. What a gutsy call and a great throw and a great catch.
Dawgs lead for the first time in this college football playoff semifinal. It's 37-31. Rodrigo Blankenship will try to tack on the extra point to make it a 7-point lead. There's the snap. Nizilik holds. Blankenship kicks into the net. Good. 38-31. That Georgia touchdown sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Timeout in Pasadena. Brand new score. Georgia 38, Oklahoma 31 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Down situation here if the Dawgs want to keep all of this momentum on their side of the field.
3rd down, about 5.5 for the Sooners. Ball's just across their own 29-yard line. Kirby Smart animated on the Georgia sideline across the way. Mayfield jittery in the pocket, throws it, flag down. Pass is caught at the 34 by the tight end on a crossing route. Andrews tackled her at the 34 by Malcolm Parrish, but check a flag thrown back at the 25. Might be holding on the Sooners. We shall see. If it is, that's their first penalty of the game. They haven't been flagged in this contest.
Holding, offense, number 72. That penalty's declined. Results of the play, 4th down.
Well, you heard it from Jeff Heiser. Ben Powers, the left guard, flagged for holding, but Georgia declines it because the result of the play was an Andrews catch at the 33, which means 4th down and 2. So the Dawgs will take the play, and they'll force Oklahoma to punt it. And they go 3 and out. Here's Austin Seibert again. The deep man for the Dawgs is Godwin. Terry on the 25. The snap is good. The kick high. Not real long. He may have shanked it a little bit. Going to let it bounce on the 40. It bounces straight up in the air. Oklahoma fields it around the 38, 39-yard line. Seibert did not get off a good punt that time. The Dawgs have the ball just shy of our own 40-yard line. Philadelphia into the ball game. 2 receivers left and 2 to the right. Dawgs work on the near hash, moving left. 3rd down play coming up. 8 seconds on the play clock. Fromm up under center, calling the play. Now he backs up in the shotgun. 3 seconds to go. Swift breaks out to the right. Now Fromm's going to be sacked. As he gets rid of the football, he just throws it up for grabs on the left side. There's nobody there. The ball lands incomplete on the 40. There's no flag yet. They're looking. Oklahoma wanted a grounding. Now the officials are talking. Now here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding. Number 11 against the offense. Penalty has lost it down. 4th down.
Well, Oklahoma brought the house right there on that one. We were trying to set up a little screen pass. Oklahoma had it defended well. Nothing Fromm could do, just trying to get rid of the football. Good job there, but it's the right call on the field for intentional grounding.
So the Dawgs go backwards on that series from the 39 back to the 31-yard line. Will be forced to punt it away. Lamb is the deep receiver for Oklahoma. He stands on the 29 of the Sooners. Now the officials want to talk a little bit more as they stop play with 10:54 to go in the game. And the referee, Jeff Heiser, is going to come to the sidelines. They may be reviewing maybe the spot of the ball. We'll see. They're going to go to the video monitor, so they'll go to the Barbasol review. Georgia fans, after cheering on your Bulldogs, you deserve a close, comfortable shave with new Barbasol razors. You're looking good, Bulldogs. You're shaving with Barbasol. Officials checking with the replay booth. The ball is spotted on the 31-yard line of the Bulldogs at the moment, and that may be what they're looking at the replay about. As we look at the replay with him, and Fromm, as he was being knocked to the ground, just pitched it away with his right hand, his right arm, as he was being knocked backwards to the turf by Oklahoma's defense. The ball landed safely incomplete, fortunately, but then an intentional grounding flag was thrown on the Bulldog quarterback. Officials still consulting with the replay booth.
And this spot may actually come up a few yards as that ball came out of Jake's hand when he was on the 34 yard, or go back a couple yards, I'm sorry. Came out of his hand on the 34-yard line, so they may take this back a couple of yards.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. However, the foul took place at the 34-yard line. The ball be placed there. 4th down.
So Georgia gets 3 yards out of the review. It goes from the 31 back to the 34. And that's where Georgia will still be in a punting situation. They'll have to kick it away. Line of scrimmage, our 34. Cam Nizelek back on the 20. And again, Lamb is the deep man for Oklahoma. He's now on the 20-yard line. Dawgs kick from the near hash to our left, leading at 38-31. 10:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Nizelek's kick is a boomer. Wow, long missile shot taken by Lamb back at the 9, backpedaling, heading across the field. Tripped up as he gets almost outside the numbers on the far sideline at maybe the 11 or the 12-yard line. Tripped up trying to run left to the sideline by Prather Hudson. He got the leg of Lamb and down at the 12-yard line. 57, somewhere in that vicinity. Sooners ball on their 12, 1st and 10. Split backers behind Mayfield. He sends one out into the right flat. He'll hand it off to Anderson running straight ahead. He breaks free of the line of scrimmage, breaks the tackle, stiff arms a man on the edge, and stumbles forward to the 26, 27-yard line. That was a nifty run by Anderson. Tyreek McGee will get credit for the tackle.
And then you've got the quarterback feigning the run as well, and if he sees any quick momentum up to him, motion up to him, he flips it out to his running back. Did it there, and Sermon had room to run, just dropped it.
5 seconds on the play clock. Mayfield asking for the ball, gets the snap, play fake, drops back, pump fake, throws deep, far sideline. He's got a man there and a leaping effort, and the grab is made at the Georgia 47-yard line. CeeDee Lamb went up high and caught the ball, brought it down. A line drive pass to the far sideline by Baker Mayfield, and Oklahoma with a big gain on the pass play down to the Georgia 37-yard line.
Yeah, good solid coverage there, just a better throw and a better catch.
36 yards. Here's Mayfield taking off. 30, 25, 20, far sideline. Knocked out of bounds around the 15. Mayfield just taking it with a full head of steam and heading downfield. Gets it to the Bulldog 15. Tyreek McGee bumped him out of bounds. Their 12 to Georgia's 12, or just inside our 12. It's 2nd down now for the Sooners. And about 7 to go on the Dawgs' 12-yard line. Sooners trail by a touchdown, 38-31, threatening to tie. Play fake Mayfield. He's got too much time. Now he scrambles to his left. He throws it into the end zone. And on the back line, it's caught, and that's a touchdown by Dimitri Flowers, the fullback. He sneaked along the back line, And Mayfield's scramble extended the play, and then he got the pretty good passing sight line and found Flowers open in the back portion of the end zone, and we're a point away from being tied again.
For a quarter and a half, we were able to apply pressure and eliminate that creativity from Baker Mayfield. Not so much that time. It was good coverage for a while, but we had no one there to contain Baker Mayfield. He scrambled out to his left. Clear vision, clear lane.
Here's Seibert for the point after, and it's into the net good. And we're tied at 38 with 8:47 to go in the ball game. Brand new score here at the Rose Bowl as the Sooners go 82 yards and make short work of it. A 12-yard, 11-yard is the official number. 11-yard touchdown pass from Mayfield to Flowers to tie it up at 38. Timeout here in the fourth quarter. More Rose Bowl activity coming up for you next here on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Georgia.
We've seen the Dogs run that and go to that a number of times throughout the year. Well-executed run on first down.
2nd and 5, Dogs from our 30. Play fake from, sets up on the hash, throws far sideline. Caught falling out of bounds. Mecole Hardman. He went down to his knee and fell into the Georgia sideline at the 45-yard line. That's a first down presented by Scana Energy for the Bulldogs. They'll spot the ball on the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Didn't get the kind of push we needed on the right side of that offensive line.
This is Michel in the contest now in the backfield, or is that Swift? That is Sony. He's going to take the handoff and run towards us. Near side, trying to break tackles, running laterally. And he fumbled the football as he was hit on the 45. It's picked up by Oklahoma. Near sideline, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Oklahoma picked up the fumble by Sony Michel and took it into the end zone from about 40, 45 yards out.
Boy, you just never see it happen. Sony Michel really nowhere to go. Lost his balance and then just got popped. The helmet right on the football. Easy scoop and score. We had Javon Wims there to maybe make a play, but couldn't get the tackle.
Stephen Parker, the senior strong safety from Tulsa, has given Oklahoma the lead, 44-38 with a defensive score. They had one of those in their Big 12 championship game when Caleb Kelly picked up a TCU fumble and returned it 18 yards.
Recovered by the defense is under further review.
They're going to take a look at it, review the play. We'll take the look at the replay as well, as Sony was running to his left, stretching all the way out towards the sideline. They hit him low. The ball came out. And it looked clearly from that angle, at least like it was a fumble. He wasn't on the ground when the ball came loose. And I couldn't tell if Stephen Parker stepped out of bounds or not. Play is being reviewed. It's definitely a fumble. Looking at that replay now, it's a much closer, up-close view. This play under review is brought to you by Barbasol and new disposable premium razors. Quite possibly the best thing to happen to Barbasol since shaving cream. Looking good, Bulldogs. You're shaving with Barbasol. Jeff Heiser is our referee. Continues to wear the headset. They continue to show the replay here on the big board at the Rose Bowl, and the Oklahoma fans screaming about what they have seen. And now here's Jeff Heiser with the official announcement. It's going to be a touchdown for
After
Oklahoma.
further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Touchdown.
That is the first fumble on a running play by Georgia this season. And it could be a costly one. The first lost fumble, I should say. Sony Michel hit, coughed it up, and it was returned 46 yards for a touchdown by Stephen Parker for Oklahoma. Here's the point after try for the 45th point of the ball game, which is what Oklahoma averages on a regular basis. Extra point is good. And now the Sooners have scored 14 straight points to regain the lead after falling down by 7. It's 45-38, 6:52 to go in the ball game. 39 yards, I think, on the interception return down to the 5 or the 4, and then Georgia scored shortly thereafter. Here's Oklahoma's kick from left to right. Seibert puts it in the air. Hardman wants to run this one out, and he will, a yard deep in the end zone. Between the hashes to the 10 to the 15. Breaks outside the numbers to the 20. Far sideline. And shoved out of bounds. Hit around the 20. Where are they going to spot it? Initially, it looked like the 25. And now let's see where they spot him down. 27, maybe 28. Godwin and Nauta in a little bit tighter to the left. Sony Michel in the backfield. Now we send Godwin in motion across the formation to the right. Fromm takes the shotgun snap, drops back on the 20, looking, throws it low, incomplete at the 35. We tried to grab it with one hand. The pass was too low, and Godwin couldn't get the hand under it to scoop it up off this luscious turf here at the Rose Bowl. It'll be 4th down and 5 for the Dogs. 5:24 to go. We'll have to kick it away and play some serious defense.
Boy, Dogs now 2 out of 9, and just been an area all day long that we've struggled. Have not been able to keep the chains moving, and you're right. Got to put the football back into the hands of this explosive Oklahoma offense that's all of a sudden found their footing.
Georgia 47% on 3rd down conversions all season long. Best in the SEC and one of the best in the country, but not happening today. Nizelik's punt not high. Going to bounce on the 31 and take a Georgia roll on the near sideline. It'll bounce out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Sooners 7 of 14, 50% on 3rd down tries today. They've got 3 receivers left. They bring the tight end in tight. Run out of the pistol. Mayfield takes the snap. We'll toss it short range to Anderson. We'll eat him up behind the line. Anderson trying to worm his way up to the 30-yard line. Tyler Clark made first contact. DeAndre Walker up from his linebacking spot to help make the tackle. And the Georgia defense will stop Oklahoma at the 30-yard line. And the Dogs will use a timeout to stop the clock there. It'll be 4th down and 3 for the Sooners.
Timeout, Georgia. 30-second timeout.
3:29 remaining in the ball game. Sooners lead the Dogs by 7. And Oklahoma in a punting situation when times come back in.
For 3 minutes and 32 seconds. 3-3-2.
They'll put 3 more seconds on the clock, says Jeff Heiser, the referee. And the Sooners will apparently be punting it away here on 4th down and 3 from their own 30-yard line, leading by 7 with a little more than 3.5 minutes to go in this Rose Bowl contest.
And Oklahoma's really done a good job on the last several series where the Dogs have had the football of shutting down and minimizing this rushing attack that's been so prevalent. Dogs need to find a couple of creases there, but this is going to come down more than likely to the freshman Jake Fromm to see if he can put this team on his back.
Mecole Hardman will go back deep to receive the punt for Georgia. Austin Seibert's done a nice job for them today. This will be his 6th punt of the game. He's averaged just shy of 46 yards a kick with a long of 57 today. He stands on his 16 to receive the snap. There it is. He fields it low, gets the kick away. Not real deep, high hanging kick. Going to bounce on the 36 and take a Georgia roll to the near sideline, and it rolls across the 40 on a back bounce to the 41-yard line. The Dogs got 5 more yards on the Bulldog bounce. So Georgia, good field position to start the possession, down a touchdown at our own 41. It was only a 29-yard punt by Seibert. You're right. Overton saved it with that arm tackle until the cavalry arrived. Fromm throws wide to the right. It's caught coming back to the ball. That is Terry Godwin. Makes one man miss into Oklahoma territory to the 40, maybe the 39. Stephen Parker had to make the stop. We moved the sticks. That first down brought to you by Scana Energy. 2:49 to go. Clock stops for the resetting of the chains over at the 40-yard line.
Oklahoma brought the house. We were man-to-man on the outside. Good composure there by Jake Fromm to deliver a strike to Godwin.
15 yards and a first down. Dogs work on the far hash, moving left. Clock ticks at 2:33, 2:32. We're down 7 here in the Rose Bowl. Fromm back in the shotgun, takes the snap on the 50. Here comes pressure. He sidesteps him. Jake takes off. Now he dumps it over the line to Sony. 35, 30, makes the man miss. Far sideline, 25, 24, 23. Stopped by Will Johnson, the free safety at the 23.
Sorry, Scott. What a play by Jake Fromm. He was standing so calmly in the pocket. I didn't even think he saw the Oklahoma defender coming at him. Somehow sidesteps him, and then the composure to find Sony Michel.
Sony's in the backfield now. 5 offensive linemen. Fromm in the shotgun. Sooners have 4 down linemen, all with a hand on the ground. Here they come. Fromm in the pocket. Throws it over the middle. He's got a guy at the 10, at the 8. That's Terry Godwin. He cut in outside the numbers on the right. Cut between the hashes, and Fromm hit him on a crossing. And we're down inside the 10. It's goal to go for the Dogs at the Oklahoma 7-yard line. 64 seconds to go. It's goal to go, so they stop the clock on the first down. The Dogs 7 down, trying to tie it up. Fromm into the end zone, and incomplete. In the back corner, there's a flag. It's going to be interference on Oklahoma, I believe. Trying to go to Wims in the back left corner of the end zone. Trey Norwood, the guilty party.
Number 13, ball be placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
Minute to go. You heard Jeff Heiser, the referee. Ball will be placed at the 2. It'll be first down there. Goal to go. 45-38 is our score. Oklahoma leading Georgia by 7. Dogs ball on the Sooners 2 with 60 ticks to play in the Rose Bowl.
Dogs very composed right now. Still a couple of timeouts, so they've got the entire playbook.
We flip-flop guys all over the place. Now we're going to go wild dog with Chubb. Direct snap to Nick. He runs to the right. Tries to cut upfield. Touchdown! 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 Chubb! We went wild dog. They snapped it right to 27. And the senior from Cedartown went right, cut up at the 2, and into the end zone for the score. We're a point away from tying this sucker.
Boy, great patience there by Nick Chubb. Looked like nothing was there initially. He's able to stretch that play out until he finally finds a crease and then just walks into the end zone untouched.
Rodrigo Blankenship to knot it at 45 with the extra point attempt. Fricks to snap. Nizelek to hold. Rodrigo to kick it. There's the snap and the hold. The kick is in the air. It is good. We're tied. 45-45. Georgia and Oklahoma with 55 seconds remaining in this ball game. That touchdown by Chubb, by the way, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. What a drive by Georgia. 7 plays, 59 yards. Took 2:27 off the clock. We had to have it. Nick Chubb got it with a 2-yard touchdown run on the Wild Dog. Oklahoma with the ball on the 25. And they're going to go fast. Empty set for Mayfield. Man in motion is Anderson across the formation left. He sidearms one to the near side. It's caught by Brown, the receiver. Brown wrestling for yardage. We're trying to rip the ball out of his arms. He keeps it covered and up to the 32-yard line. DeAndre Baker with the tackle on the near sideline for Georgia. And 2 from their own 45-yard line. Mayfield in the shotgun. They've got 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Play clock at 10 for Mayfield. He went up to talk to his line and then back into the shotgun. Anderson's in the backfield. Mayfield wants to throw, looking with time. Throws it near sideline. Incomplete! Incomplete at the 35. He overthrew his back. Rodney Anderson out of the backfield. We had guys covering him. It was Roquan and Sanders down there. Dominic Sanders were the 2 guys in coverage on this near sideline. And the incompletion stops the clock with 24 seconds to go. And it's 4th down for Oklahoma. 4th down and 2 from their 45.
Anderson just on a wheel route out of the backfield. Faked the swing pass and then tried to catch us off guard a little bit, but no dice. Dogs, great discipline there. Great coverage as well.
Oklahoma with the punt unit out there. Georgia won't send a deep man back. We may bring the house. Let's see. Or just punt safe. Seibert going to kick it. Angling it right. Long, hanging spiral. Sails way out of bounds. Almost hit the hedge here at the Rose Bowl, and they spot it out of bounds around the 25 of Georgia. Dogs will have the ball. 17 seconds to go. 2 timeouts remaining on the 25-yard line with 17 seconds to go. Can we get a couple of plays into Blankenship territory and try to win it with a field goal? He had a 55-yarder Rose Bowl record at the end of the first half. The last 3 Oklahoma punts by Seibert, maybe he's getting leg weary. 29, 29, and 30 yards. Field position swinging heavily in favor of Georgia in that situation. So the Dogs with the ball on the 25. And 17 seconds to go. We're going to play for overtime, it looks like. We're going to go to overtime. Fromm will take a snap and take a knee, and they'll run this clock out in regulation. We're going to play for overtime and a spot in the national championship game. What more could you want?
Boy, what an unbelievable game. Dawgs fighting their way out of a hole that many thought probably we weren't going to be able to fight our way out of. Get the break at the end of the first half, get 3 points on the board. How big does that loom right now in the first half? And you saw Oklahoma just running right through us constantly. Probably figured that they were going to be up there, but the Dawgs answered the bell, fought through adversity, found a way to climb back into this thing and wrestle momentum away. Just has been one heck of a football game.
Procedure are as follows.
Here's our overtime rules.
When I flip the coin, whichever team comes up will have the choice of offense, defense, or side of the field. On the third possession, you'll have to go for 2. Okay? Flip the Oklahoma, you won the toss. Defense. And that's defense. Which way? Okay. Oklahoma will play defense first. Georgia's ball this way.
I think that is an Oklahoma coin they're tossing.
That's 2 in a row, isn't it?
By the way, with Sony and Nick's performance today, combining for 296 yards on the ground, they have become the most successful combined running duo in NCAA history, passing Eric Dickerson and Craig James for most combined career yardage. 1 yard line, we're in overtime. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Sony's in the backfield with Fromm. Snap. Jake drops back. Foot on the 30. Throws it in. It's off the hands of Nauta. He was open, had it in his hands, and he couldn't catch it. Hit him in the hands. A little bit of an angle and a reach by the tight end, Isaac Nauta, at the 10. Would have been a first down.
Boy, would have been a first down easy. Sat right in the middle of that zone. I'm not sure if the pass was far off target. A little bit behind him, but one that you know he's going to want back.
So we'll have to go reaching for a pretty lengthy field goal here. A 38-yard try between the hashes. Kicking to the right for Blankenship for the lead in overtime. Snap, placement, kick, away, reaching, looking, and it's good. 38-yarder. Gives Georgia a temporary lead, 48-45. That's another All-State good hands field goal here in the contest. A field goal ties it. A turnover will lose it for Oklahoma. 3rd down and 2. Mayfield up under center right now. They bring a man in tight from the right. He'll stay under center and hand it on an end around left. And he didn't get the first down. We hit him twice and then hit him a 3rd time and knocked him back at the 17. Reggie Carter hit him first, and then Roquan with the finishing blow. It's 4th down for the Sooners.
Boy, in Oklahoma right now thinking about going for it. They're keeping their offense on the field.
That was Jordan Smallwood, his first touch of the football, as he sneaked in tight in motion, and then they gave it to him on a little speed sweep to the left, and the Dawgs defended it well. They'll spot it down on the 23-yard line. Connor McGinnis is the holder. Austin Seibert, right-footed kicker, just inside the far hash, kicking right to tie the game in overtime. 33-yard try. The kick is away. It's in the air, and it is good. We'll play another overtime. 48-48. That was another All-State good hands field goal here in the Rose Bowl. First overtime in Rose Bowl history, and it's Georgia and Oklahoma. We're tied at 48. Sooners 3rd down and 5 from the 20. Mayfield in the shotgun, fields the snap, flag down, throws into the end zone, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted by DeAndre Baker, but catch the flag. Catch the flag.
Offsides. Offsides on the Dawgs.
Offsides. Defense, number 13. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Ouch.
Yeah, they went hard count. Got Ledbetter to jump. Couldn't get back.
That wipes out the pick by Baker in the end zone here in overtime. And that will give Oklahoma a first down at the 15-yard line.
Closed quick.
3rd and 12, ball on the 17-yard line. Second overtime, tied at 48. Dawgs and Oklahoma Sooners. Mayfield wants the football. They snap it to him. He looks left. He throws it on a crossing route. It's caught at the 18 by one of the receivers. That is Marquise Brown. He spins towards the 10, out of bounds, far sideline, shy of the first down. He got a handful of yards, got about 7, I think, to the 10-yard line. And was it Baker? Baker chased him out of bounds on the far sideline. He touched him first, and then he stepped out right before Malcolm Parrish could put a lick on him. So Oklahoma forced to try a field goal here on 4th and 5. Line of scrimmage is the 10, the field goal, a chippy from the 17-yard line, far hash. A 27-yard try for Seibert to give Oklahoma the lead. There's the snap. The kick is blocked! The kick is blocked! It's no good! It's no good! Georgia has an opportunity to win the game now. It's tied at 48, and the Dawgs will get the ball. We blocked Seibert's kick.
I'm not sure who it was, but we had a tremendous push right up the middle, and somebody got a big hand up there. I think it was Lorenzo Carter.
We blocked one in the SEC championship, Daquan Hawkins-Muckle. We think it was Lorenzo Carter that got a big hand on it. Oklahoma stunned now. Georgia just needs a point of any variety, and the Dawgs will advance to the championship.
Good job by the coaching staff of calming that Georgia sideline down, getting everybody composed before Jake Fromm trotted back out on the field.
We'll look at a replay. And it was Lorenzo Carter. He split the defenders there, leaping into the air, got his right arm high up in the air, and the ball nicked off his right hand. And here goes Georgia now from the 25. Give it to Sony Michel. Oklahoma won't let us go. No, that's Swift, excuse me. DeAndre Swift, the freshman, dropped for a loss back at the 27. Emmanuel Beal, the linebacker. Oklahoma defense knows they've got this whole season riding on its shoulders right now. We're tied at 48. If Georgia scores, the Dawgs win and advance.
Boy, and everybody just went with DeAndre Swift there. Had Jake Fromm kept that one, he would have waltzed into the end zone.
Don't tell me that. On the 27, it's 2nd down and 12. We go wild dog with Sony. Nauta goes in motion left. Snap it to Michel. He's running to the left. Angling. 25-20. Got a block from Fromm. 50, 10, 5. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Dawgs win it. We're headed to Atlanta.
Boy, what a play call right there. Go wild dog. Sony Michel, great presence and great patience. Found a crease, and the Dawgs are all on the field and now running to Sony Michel, mobbing him.
They're mobbing him in the back corner. Fromm with the key block on the left side has sent Georgia to a little backyard football at Mercedes-Benz Stadium Monday night. Dawgs win it in double overtime, 54-48. It's bedlam here in the Rose Bowl for the Dawg fans. Confetti flying in the air, smoke going everywhere. They're moving the stages onto the field, and Georgia continues its celebration as they have knocked off number 2 seed Oklahoma to advance one more game this season. A magical year continues for Georgia.